Welcome to Artflakes on CBA TV. We are going from a different direction this time. We're used to just discussing about issues, looking at literary work of other people around the globe. This time around, we will go raw. We will contact the authors from any part of the globe we'll find them. So today, we are going to another part of the world, beyond Africa. We are moving to Europe. Meet me on the other side of the studio to know who I'm going to be dealing with this time around. See you there. Welcome back to the other side of the studio. Today we will be dealing with the Greek world, as I've told you earlier. And today I'm with Professor Chryssa Valissariou. Who is this wonderful lady on the screen? Professor Chryssa Valissariou was born and raised in Greece. She's a mother of 4 children, and she's a professor, a physicist, a researcher, and a poet. She specializes in space physics, and she teaches physics at 6th General Lesson of Laureate. She has got a postgraduate degree in modern learning environments and production of teaching materials from University of Thessaly in Greece. And she's a researcher currently on new ways of teaching science through arts, workshop of creative writing, workshop of theater, and especially forum and clown theater. She has got a lot of awards locally and internationally. Among our awards that she received in education in particular is Award of Excellence and Innovation in Education in 2011, given to her by Greek Ministry of Education. She went beyond the boundary to also receive an award beyond just Greece. But before that, she also got the award for a special contribution to a European educational program, Learning Science Through Theatre, from the educational organization Science View and the Greek Capodistrian University of Athens. She has got several publications in scientific journals and has attended several conferences related to her areas of specialization. She was elected to the first municipal district of the municipality of Larissa 3 times in 10 years. And she participated in many international and national poetry anthologies. She contributed a lot in that part. And in some of her publications, she has got majorly personal poetry, about 3 of them. And her last one was Greek Crisis, which was published by local gem press in the United States in English language. And she has written more than 5,000 poems in her blogs and social media platforms. This woman is a translator. She translates from Greek to Latin, and from Greek to English language, and from English language to Greek. And she also has a lot of experience in the use of other languages. When we get deeply with her into the discussion with her, we'll get to know some of these languages she speaks. She happened to be organizer of international programs, particularly programs that has to do with peace across the globe. Among them are Poetatin, Peace Satin, 100,000 Poets for Change, and Women Scream. As organizers and creators of various forum and clown theater, workshop spectacles, in collaboration with Caravan Theaters, she has traveled to different parts of the globe through this same platform. She was awarded the first International Beat Poet Laureate between 2017 and 2018 at the National Beat Poetry Festival in September in Connecticut in the United States. She was simultaneously honored with the title Doctor of Arts by the same National Beat Poetry Association. This great woman has also got an award, particularly in 2019. She received an award tagged Lifetime Beat Poet Laureate at the same platform that she got that in 2017. That is National Beat Poetry Association in the United States in Connecticut. She speaks a lot of languages, especially English, French, German, Italian, Latin, Turkish, etc. So in the last 4 years, she traveled twice to the United States, France, Poland, Romania, Germany, and Czech Republic as a poet and an education project manager. And she also plans to go beyond this. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good morning from Greece, because here it is a morning. And I'm glad to thank you for the opportunity to talk to Africa. I'm glad to talk to Africa.
Tell us about Greek literature generally. What is going on in Greece as far as the literary world is concerned?
Greece is a paradise of literature. Since the ancient years, this never stopped. Every Greek is a poet. Every Greek is a poet. The problem is that they don't read. Yes, the problem is that they don't read others' poems. they write their own. They are creators. Anyway, many books are created each day. Great poems are written, but I think that we have not the wish to go out, to show it abroad, to leave our language, because to write in other languages, in English, because we love a lot Greek, and Greek is special to be loved. It is a language, an ancient language, very connected to the ancient Greek. And it has words that cannot be translated. I can translate many languages in Greek. It is very difficult to translate Greek in other languages. There are many words scientifically proved. It is scientifically proved that Greek language has too many words as the ancient Chinese, etc. And we change the meaning of words. We connect words together. So that is the reason that there are many Greek words you don't know in English or in other languages, because they have a meaning, a special meaning, that many people accepted it and adopted it to their language.
Your biodata shows that you speak a lot of languages. Can you tell us how you managed to learn English, Turkish, Italian, and French?
I speak many languages because I had many friends around the world since I was a little child, and I loved to talk with them. Afterwards, I met with literature. I was a book reader, and I liked too early to read and to feel I had the passion to feel the sense of the words in their own root. The books, like they were written. I learned first French. I loved French literature, French philosophers and writers in general. Afterwards, in the university, I met English poets and scientists. So my science attracted me to the English language, physics, because there are a lot of articles and many sources there. So I learned English, I think, scientifically. And after the university, I was attracted by the German literature a lot. I like German because it has a syntax that is near the ancient Greek syntax, and and I started to understand German writers after I studied them in German.
How did you manage to learn Italian and Turkish? You've talked about English language, you talk about all this. What about Italian and Turkish?
And those two languages, Italian and Spanish, are almost the same. The words are very near. I also read Latin.
Okay.
Oh, so you speak Spanish too? That's interesting. And Latin? That's very, very interesting.
When I was talking with an Italian, with a person from Italy, with a professor, I was understanding. I understood what he told me, but I was not understand. I could not talk, so I decided to learn Italian, to talk in Italian. The same with Turkish. The Turkish attracted me because my roots are from Turkey. My grandfather was a Greek from Turkey. They were refugees in 1922.
You've traveled to several parts of the globe, particularly the European world and the American world. You traveled to US, Germany, Romania. What took you to these countries?
This happened the last, from I think 2017 was a special year for me, because all that started to happen. I had traveled only to Germany when I was young, because my family is in Germany, and my sister, my mother's sister, her family. But in 2017, I met a French activist and animator and an actor, Jean-Pierre Benard. When I met Debbie, we were connected. I saw a person, a soul that is like mine. And afterwards, Debbie did everything. Debbie brought me to the United States. I just had the courage to do it, because I go everywhere without money. They pay me to go.
You mentioned the United States and Germany. What about Poland, Czech Republic, and others? What also brought you to that part of the world?
In Europe, I do it with through my action in my innovative action in teaching. I teach through new innovative practices using theater and literature and poetry. So there is Erasmus. Erasmus is money that they give to schools for making these things. So I make applications. I write about what I want to do, and they pay me to do it. So I travel with alone, or with my colleagues, or with my students around Europe. They called me from many places. They called me from Africa, from India, from Japan, from China. They called me to go and recite my poems in festivals, etc. since 2011, I think.
You said your next plan is to travel to Sweden and other European countries in this year. So what are you planning to do there?
In fact, I will do theater and poetry. In Sweden, we have I have a connection through e-twinning with another teacher there, and library that is interested. She is poet. They do poetry. Teachers and students do poetry around the sustainable goals, the sustainable development goals. So I do it because I am interested about the future of the world, the future of Earth. I write a lot about it. So she found me. I found her. There is a festival there where we plan to go next year to present our theater and our poems. All that are projects. Which involve science and theater and poetry.
All right, let's go for a break. When we come back, we'll go deeply into the exploration of the work of this great writer. See you then.
Welcome to QETC Qalam Educational and Technical Center.
I am Mohammed Ahmed. I am a student of Qalam Educational and Technical Center.
Qalam Educational and Technical Center is a place that you can improve your English language.
I came with zero English. Now I'm better.
Come to Qalam Educational and Technical Center. This will help you to improve your English, your listening, your speaking, your writing and reading.
If you want to speak confidently without fearing, come and join Qalam and learn how to speak in front of thousands of people without fear.
Welcome back from the break. You've known more about Grace now. You get to know more about this great woman who has added value to the world through her work and traveling from one part of the world to another to convey creative talent and change the world positively. Let's go into her real work, some of the work that she's doing. Can you briefly discuss about the Greek crisis? Greek crisis as the book that you published. What is it about?
This is Greek crisis. It is the feelings that I had during crisis. Greece is in a financial crisis. Greeks are smashed from people from a European country that was in wealth. So Greece was an experiment to Europe, to mighty people of Europe, because all Europe is in crisis, not only Greece. Greece was an easy victim. So I express Greek people are very working people, are very we have many intellectuals, we have a great history. We tried a lot to beat this situation. It was a drama for Greece, all that. It was a drama because it was too fast. It was a change which was too fast. So I tried to express all that through my book. And from personal experiences, of course, because I am in a, I often say that I was feeling, before crisis, I was feeling a princess, and now I feel a beggar.
Okay, from pieces to beggar. That's serious. It means that you face a lot of challenges.
Yes, not only me, you know. I am the voice of my people. I see all around me. I feel what it is happening. People are killing themselves. People are violence. Too many refugees that have no problem. We have no problem with the refugees as persons, as people, but we have problem with the refugees in a country that cannot take so many refugees, that cannot. It is as I told you, an archaeology museum. All Greece, the whole Greece is an archaeology museum, a botanic garden of Europe, and all that people, which are people with heads, with problems, etc., come here and stay here. It is as if we open the Louvre and we say, go in there and live in there, in Louvre. We have a problem. I think next year will be a social crisis in Greece, not a financial crisis.
What do you mean by social crisis? You said that the financial crisis will be gone, but this year there's possibility of facing social crisis. What do you mean by that?
I mean that the population of Greece last years changed a lot from many people that are refugees or immigrants. They stay here because Europe pays to stay here and not go up to more powerful countries. Greece cannot provide them what they ask for.
You mentioned powerful country in Europe. I thought all European countries are of the same status. Which of these countries are powerful countries in Europe?
Yes, Germany, every country except the poor countries of I think Europe. Yes, I think that Greece is a country that has that is now too poor to support people, their own people. We cannot support our own people. Okay. There are Greeks that have not food. They have not. They are angry because Europe gives money for refugees, and they are in their own country, and they look beside them, and they see that refugees who come here are paid, are not working, are living in a house, and they don't have all that. They feel that refugees came here and steal their country. It is not. It is fake. All that it is fake, but it is a feeling because there are too many such examples around Greek people.
All right. Can you tell us about your upcoming new creative work, particularly the one you are collaborating with other Greek poets? What is it about? What exactly? How did you come about this great initiative?
I work with people that like to write about many topics about human soul, about humanism. They have no a theme, only a theme, not only a language, only type of structure in poetry. They have the beat. They have a beat. They like beats, and they came and meet me to produce events. I say that when you produce something for other people, when you do something for yourself, you cannot be perfect. But when you do something for other people, you must be perfect. So that is right. the reason that I didn't publish it, but it is upcoming. It is a big work. There are some poets in there that gave me their poems translated because they wanted to be sure about what will be produced. But most of poems in the anthology are my translations. Of course, I didn't translate it only that. I translate, as you said, from English to Greek. I translated from French to Greek 2 books about theater form, one for theater form and one for theater from clown theater, and clown theater I translated from French to English. We don't try to find one solution in foreign theater. We try to find many solutions that people can imagine. So when people find this problem in the society, he can choose what he can do better.
You're right.
On the other way, we have clown theater that I'm very fond of it because I'm a clown. I'm a bull clown.
So who is a clown to you? How would you define a clown? Because you refer to yourself as a clown.
Well, a clown is not from this world. A clown is from a planet. Is a UFO. Well, he comes in this world and see this world without taboos, without the society that criticizes. He doesn't care about what the others say. There is a beautiful soul that sees things with love, with liberty, with freedom, you know. So he can smash the conservative thoughts of the society around him. He can show the thing that is not right with a way that makes others laugh, but they think at the same time.
So what have you done so far with regards to the use of your creative talents, either individually or with a group of writers across the globe, to advocate for peace around the globe?
I did 3 times, 3 or 4 different times. I did events with many poets, Greek poets, or other poets around the world who I called to recite poems about peace on internet, on a meeting, on Google on Air at that time. Now I do it through YouTube. Or I could do it through Skype too. We talk about it. We call people to talk about peace. Peace is a collective good. A collective good can be applied when we are talking all the time about it. It is not personal. We cannot feel like having peace. A person wants to go and find what he needs to have peace with others. You must talk about peace all the time. Many groups around the world talk about peace, and this is what I do.
What's your message for our viewers at home? Your final message, I mean.
Well, I think I must finish with a poem.
All right, you can recite the poem. At least that's a creative way of conveying the message to the public. So let's hear what you have for us.
A poem that I wrote for the anthology, the new anthology of beats. this National Beat Poetry Festival. And my poem there, it is called Nighty Night, Mr. Death. I'm a good receiver. There is still a lot of love and kindness and dreams in this world. So I re-meet them all. Everything that comes to us is meant to be given back. I'm also a mutating machine. I turn emotional bitterness into sweetness, or at least into positiveness. Although I usually feel depressed, I fight it with my internal crazy child. Nothing can stop that child except that. I'm a burning arrow to death. Fine? Oh, I don't like Mr. Death, but I'll never meet that Mr. Really. I'll never meet him as long as I'm still alive. Anyway, my genome's memory is already spread around the universe. No matter what, I live forever in a way.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us today. Next time, we'll be calling you again to join us, and I believe that you're going to respond to our call. Thank you for giving us this wonderful exploration of Greece. And next time we'll call it, I believe that we're going to have a more relevant and meaningful message to the world. See you next time. This time around, you can see that we have moved to the other part of the continent. We are no longer considering African alone, African continent. We'll be switching from one continent to another. This time, we are in Europe. The next time, we'll go to another continent. See you then. This is Artflakes.